Hey guys, I'm back with another video, but this time not about my own training and racing, but more about sweet spot training and how to use that zone productively to help you get faster and win some races. And a lot of people have been incorporating this over the past few years as it's a great way to build your aerobic fitness, build your FTP, get stronger, but really it always comes back to what are you preparing to use this training for and how is it applicable to your racing. And a lot of us are road racers, and this is really more geared towards you. And a lot of us find ourselves in the break sometimes and we get dropped from the break, or we just don't have the kick at the end of the race to win from the break. And it's a very common thing. And it's really frustrating, right? You go to a race and the race starts, there's attacks, there's counterattacks to the counterattacks. Things are going ham for the first 20, 30 minutes maybe, and the break goes. And you find yourself in the break. And so you've made the cut and you're with 5, 6, 8 people maybe. You've got a shot. And as you guys hit down the road and you finally realize that you're away, what do you have in the tank to finish it off? There are some people that are really good in those scenarios, and there's others that seem to fail time and time again from that scenario. One thing that you can use is sweet spot. I had an athlete that was his biggest thing when he came to me. He says, a group finish, I can win the sprint. And if I find myself in the break, I just find myself dead at the end of the day. So this video is not necessarily just about sweet spot training, but how to use what everyone's talking about now to make yourself do sweet spot for longer periods of time. So if you're newer to cycling and you don't know, sweet spot is about 88 to 95 or 97%, it depends who you ask, percent of your threshold power. So obviously you have to know that, and you want to make sure that you've tested about 30 to 60 minute duration to have accurate data. What you want to do is work up to trying to do an hour and a half of sweet spot. 2 hours is hard. It's very hard. If you're climbing, let's say, and going really hard but not attacking that sweet spot. If you're riding, it feels very fast, but you're not, totally pinning it and pegging it and riding that red line, it's probably sweet spot. So it's more than fast fun, which is what some people explain or describe tempo as, but it's not all out threshold. And you're going to be able to do this more repeatedly than just doing threshold workouts. So sweet spot is a great thing that you can do during the season. So I looked at this athlete's 45-minute power and what was his best ever. So I asked him to go out and do 3 intervals, do 45 minutes at 95% of what his max had been. Rest 5 minutes in between. Sounds like it's not a lot of rest, but you really don't need a ton of rest. And do it over and over again. So this is what he did. Just from that one time, he now had a 2 hour and 25 minute PR. So simply looking at that, he's never, and this is not very uncommon, he had never gone that hard with continually, right? Like we go on group rides and we go and we do our own ride, and we might do like 20-minute zone 4 ride, then we'll take a break and then we'll do 20 again, take a break. So this was his, right off the bat, he just posted a PR. So I said, okay, go back next week and we're going to do 2 of them, ramp it up a little bit more because now he had a higher number for his 45 minutes. So take 95% of that and do it twice and let's see what happens. And so this is the ride, and he comes back 40 minutes all the way out to about 2 hours and something was a lifetime PR. It's like you had the watts there, you just never asked yourself to do it. You need to make sure that you're doing this over and over again. Like continue to build on this, right? Like this is, you just set a back-to-back lifetime PR simply by doing a workout that's really, that was basically a 2.5 hour interval that I'd asked him to do. And then an hour and a half, 90 minutes for the second one. One thing that I looked at was, so what has this done for him? Just watts per kilogram basis. This was his 45 minute in 2017, and he's down right here below Cat 3. And I look at 2016, so he had really never gone hard. He was down at Cat 4. So that's down by the green line. 2017 was up by the purple line, which is Cat 3. He is a Cat 3. 2 hours and 25 minutes last year. So you can see he's just below Cat 3 there also. Much lower in 2016. Okay, so last year without training, he was better. So I don't even need to look at 2016 anymore. So I compared this year, just up till, this was back from, I think, April that I took this cut. You can see this is 2018. This is all of 2017. So his yellow line versus the green line. The yellow line is killing him. It doesn't look as exaggerated now because it's not stretched out. But he's clearly improved everywhere. He had right there. Maybe we need to go test 3 minutes. He did 3 minutes better last year. Sweet spot works. And, over and over again, athletes have a lot of success from this. So if you're finding yourself getting dropped from the break, if you're finding yourselves needing to get a bigger engine, if you just need to be able to ride fast longer, that's a road race, do this. Also, though, if you're a crit rider and racer, I would, threshold, it's obviously more on the gas, off the gas, on the gas, off the gas. But all those surges use more matches if you have a small engine. So it's a great workout you can do all year long. Thanks for watching. See ya.